Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Listen to this. Up through third grade, kids learn how to read. After third grade, though, they read to learn, if that makes sense. So imagine if they're behind on their reading skills, it can have a ripple effect on the rest of their entire education.
Absolutely. So our next guest started a new program to help reading skills in the early grades, and it was so successful in its first year, it won a Volunteer Organization of the Year award. So joining us now to talk about it are Jessica Safransky Schacht, Education Specialist with the United Way, and Heather McClintock Doidge, who's one of their volunteer tutors. Welcome to the Morning Blend, you guys. I was trying to get through reading those names. Yes, I was reading to learn. But this is a really important program for people, and all of your volunteers are volunteers.
They are. Yep, we rely completely on volunteers. The time commitment is just 1 hour per week, so we find it works really well for people to get engaged in the community and make a big difference, but still continue to work their regular jobs and take care of their regular responsibilities.
And speaking of that, you have a regular job, yet you make time to volunteer each week as a tutor. And I'm sure what you give the child or the children that you work with is a lot, but I bet you get something out of it too.
I get a lot back, and even a lot more back. After my first tutoring session with my first child, I called my husband and said, I think this is going to be the best part of my week. Really, it's really fantastic.
That's
program.
And there are some companies, right, who not only encourage their employees to do this, but actually would even give them the hour or more that it takes off of work, off the job, in order to be a volunteer and give back to the community.
Yes. Yeah, almost 70% of our volunteers are actually working adults. So the community, the working community has really embraced this program in Racine, and really allows the employees time to shift their lunch hour or flex their time, whatever the case may be, so that they can go to the schools and work with the kids.
So what is the responsibility of a tutor? If there's someone out there watching saying, I would love to do this, I'm near Racine, or I'm in Racine, or I live in Racine, work there, what do they have to do? What do they have to commit to be a part of the School of Hope?
It's just 1 hour per week. We start with an hour informational session, and people can sign up for that on our website, and that's an opportunity for people to come and learn all about the program and how it works and what the expectations and responsibilities of being a tutor are. And then from there, they consent to a background check so that we know we have safe people going into our schools. And then we have 2 pretty basic but intense training sessions that we offer for the tutors, so you don't have to have any experience as a tutor. You can come to us just with that willingness to learn and the ability to donate a little bit of time, and then we start tutoring.
And we talked about the fact that the tutoring happens in the school. That's a great picture. And we mentioned that split between, kindergarten and third grade, and then after third grade, they're reading to learn. Whereas, the difference is, are you learning to read or are you reading to learn? And so what are the age of the kids who are tutored as part of this program?
We work with first through third grade students.
Okay, so it's during that time that they're learning to read, and I think that's an important thing to mention, because I remember volunteering in my kids' kindergarten classes, even just sitting and letting them read out loud and asking them questions about comprehension, what they've read, is a huge thing for kids in developing that fluency.
It is huge.
So what do tutors actually do then as they sit and work with a child?
So in that 1 hour per week, the tutors work with 2 students for 20 minutes each, and the majority of that time is the tutor listening to the student read and providing support and encouragement to them, and just giving the student time to work with an adult one-on-one. Even somebody who doesn't have to be there, but somebody that wants to be there and wants to see them succeed and help them realize their potential. And the tutor just providing that little bit of extra support so that the student gets some time to practice reading.
I love that. And I think any volunteer will tell you that you tend to receive just as much, if not more, when you give in situations like that. Heather, what would you say to someone out there who's interested in being a tutor, or about what you even receive back from working with the kids you work with?
I would just say it's just an amazing experience. It's really great to see the kids reading. Obviously, that's the goal that we have with them, but the light bulb go on when they get a word or they get a sentence, and then just the confidence level of the child, to watch that grow over the time period that you work with the child is really phenomenal. And the neat thing about United Way in this program that Jessica does is an ending program, a celebration with the tutors and with the students, so that we can celebrate that time with them and with the teachers, and just a great year. So I just encourage people, it really is a small time commitment for just a wonderful way for yourself to be involved, but also to get involved in the community as a whole.
I'm so glad you mentioned the confidence thing, because we're on an education theme this morning, and I think confidence is huge as it relates to math and science and reading as well. So thanks both of you for being here, because I know you need at least 300 tutors for the fall 2013 semester. So look into it now. The first step to becoming a tutor is to attend a 1-hour informational session at United Way of Racine County. You can find out more dates and times and registration information by going to the website that you see there or calling 262-898-2251.